And then I posted on a story the other day, there was a reason I did it. It was just part of a pink gown, and it said, get your mammogram. And the reason that I do that is because when I did it last year, you know, it's what you don't know that can hurt you. And when I did it last year, I had a woman approach me at church and said, hey, by the way, thanks for that reminder. And I thought, what? And truly, when she saw my story, it encouraged her to make that appointment. She knew she had been putting it off. Maybe the point of stories, or maybe the point of social media, is for us to show people life is made for living, and you need to get up and do something. Well, this week I did get a call back, and everything's fine, but, and this show is not serious. It's meant to make people laugh, and life is made for living. You need to get busy, and you need to do things, and every day, every day, do not take any day for granted. Get out there and do what you want to do. Show people what you're doing. Love what you're doing. Love your family, your children. By the grace of God, I'm sitting in this room. It was the worst. Oh, first of all, they keep you there forever. If you ever had a mammogram, so it's really interesting. You walk into this room and you're wearing this robe, and it's another nice lady there, and she goes, okay, well, just, take your right hand out or your left hand out, and you're just standing there. You're like, oh, great. This isn't awkward at all. So then they take you and they move you and manipulate and squeeze and twist and get you up there on there and just hold this. And I know this feels comfortable or maybe a little weird, or then they're pushing you back and then they're like, hold your breath. Honey, I haven't taken a breath since the moment you twisted and pinched and pushed and, hold your breath. It's like, really? When do I start breathing again? I had 2 of those, and then I got to go to the ultrasound room. All right, so it's like, oh, well, it's a done deal. If I'm going to an ultrasound room, it's now to determine what's in there, what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. So, we go in, and jokingly, I said, well, this isn't nearly as much fun as the time I got to look at my child, when you're getting an ultrasound there. But she starts measuring and dinging and taking all these photos. Well, you're freaking out at that point. You're like, well, this is it. I mean, I got the call. People talk about the call, and then she's taking pictures of something. And then I love this part. So the lady, again, super sweet, says, hey, I'm going to go take this to the radiologist to read it. Why don't you just take a nap? Just relax, take a nap, whatever. So anyway, of course, I don't take a nap. If you know me, I get up, I'm walking around the room, I'm trying to assess my own film. I'm like ready to make some calls to specialists I know. Do I take a picture of this? Do I do a story? What do I do? Because I'm living here. And so then I obviously pray. And then I pray for those wonderful women that I saw on the outside that I can't get them off my mind, because you could just, it was thick in that room. It was so thick. And I just, my prayer obviously was for them first. And I'm good. I was preparing to go like to Bora Bora or wherever I've ever wanted to go. I'm like, okay, this is a good reason to travel. I might as well just go ahead and do everything. But it isn't a death sentence. Early detection, that's why you have to get these things done. But then I have a team of specialists come in, okay? So if you know me, I can break silence anywhere and talk it up and whatever, but I didn't blink. I stare at this team and they dance around, and they're like, well, upon further assessment and comparing your film to last time, and we believe, and I'm like, what? You just want them to get to it. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and he says, we have every reason to believe it's benign and we'll just leave it alone. And all I said was, thank you, Jesus. So, but again, it's crazy because I got teary-eyed over that, and my son went with me. And it was funny because he said, well, it was going to be a very different ride home if, in fact, we knew what you were dealing with. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, we would have to talk about ways that maybe I could make your life easier and things I could do for you more, and I would work more hours to take stress off of you. So listen, kids, you should do that before you think your parents are in peril. You know, it's like, what? I mean, I was like, huh? But anyway, it changed everything that day, that call. And now I understand when people say, be kind because you don't know what the other person is going through. And you just do not know when you meet a person in a hallway or at the office and you think they're in a bad mood, or, you know, why are they acting, that you just do not know what a person is dealing with. So be kind, y'all.